Life gang, welcome to another video. Today is another special day because, as you probably already saw, we're back on the SMCR, and actually we're back on my SMCR, which makes me really happy. So I know you guys have been waiting for this. A lot of you are curious what happened in the end and why the bike died. I'm gonna explain all of that in today's video, so I will see you after the intro. Yeah, so what happened to this bike, guys? It's really becoming a crazy story, all the things that have happened to me with this bike. And you know, there is the good and the bad about it. And just first off, before starting to explain the whole story, I want to say that I don't want to bash KTM so much. I'm just gonna tell the story as it happened. You all can make up your own minds. But I want to say that everyone can make mistakes, right? And that's why I don't blame anyone for what happened. But all right, let's get started with the actual story then. So you guys saw that the bike literally just died while I was entering the highway, and yeah, I obviously checked some of the basic things right then, like if they left something in the airbox after the service, because for those of you who didn't see the last video, the bike died an hour after the 10K service. So I checked the airbox, I checked the fuel tank as well, if maybe I didn't have enough fuel and the light didn't go on, but it obviously wasn't that. So I was already worried straight away that it was a bigger issue and not just something small, and it really wasn't. It actually took, I think, 2.5 or 3 weeks now for me to get the bike back, because yeah, a lot of parts had to be ordered, and a lot of parts that usually don't have to be ordered had to be ordered, so that made it very difficult. So yeah, in the end, it was simply an engine failure, and I will just quickly I need to quickly navigate, and then I'll continue with the story. Okay, sorry for the interruption there, guys. I had an issue with my GPS. But yeah, so the engine failed, and the reason was that one of the rocker arms broke, and that's actually a common issue among SMCRs, that they can break, but usually it happens at a much later stage, and it's a result of something completely different. You can have a look into that. The newer bikes like this one usually don't have that issue anymore, or at least they're not supposed to. And so the cause for the rocker arm breaking is a pretty simple one. When they did the 10K service, they obviously checked the space. Yeah, they checked a couple of things in the engine. Sometimes I'm missing the English terms, but you guys, I think, know what I mean. They had to, check the valves basically, and when they did that, they had to open the engine, and they had to fiddle with the rocker arms as well. And when they put everything back into place again, they must have made some sort of mistake. So when the engine was open, he actually showed it to me, and the damage was pretty big around the rocker arms, because they were completely destroyed. And then a couple of other parts also got hurt as a result. So in the end, they did a lot of replacing, also on parts that didn't obviously get hurt, or that weren't visibly damaged, and they just replaced those anyway. And And yeah, so that's why it took so long, and that's also why I could never have fixed it on the spot. So of course one of my biggest worries in the moment was, do I need to pay for this? Are they gonna blame this on me? And that's where I gotta say KTM was so professional all the way through, or at least the dealership that I always go to, because yeah, I dropped off the bike and they immediately gave me a rental, everything for free. They immediately apologized, and there was never a discussion at all around whose fault it was. So they just got straight to fixing it, and it really wasn't an issue for me. Also the mobility service, you know, from KTM that picked me up from the side of the road, that was all for free as well, or not for free, but KTM paid for it, and all that without any big discussion. So that was really nice to see, or very reassuring. And you know, in the end also when I picked up the bike, no discussions around who had to pay what. It was just all covered by KTM, and I didn't pay a dime. So the bike, as you can see, is running really well now, and I have been riding it for around 200 kilometers already without any issues. So yeah, I think I'm quite happy with it. I don't think that something like this will happen again. And so yeah, I think I'll just leave it at that. Some of you in the last video commented that you would, you know, at this stage just get rid of the bike, and I totally agree that, you know, after all that happened, I will at least admit that it crossed my mind. But I just have to say, yeah, it's always the case that I just love this bike too much. I just can't get rid of it, and I still think it's a great bike, you know. It runs, when it runs, there's nothing like it for me. So yeah, I'll definitely keep this bike. If some big other thing happens again, where the bike just breaks down, or I need to get a side road assistance again, then I will probably get rid of it. But yeah, it was supposed to be just a quick update for you guys, so you know what happened. We're back on the SMCR now, so there's gonna be a lot more content now coming. Finally, I can just do whatever I had planned to do, so that's a very good thing. And for the moment, I'll enjoy these curves. You guys will probably get a nice, pure sound video from here in the next couple of days, and until then, peace!